Hello, Riwon. Good morning.
Hello,
Hello, it's been so long. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, that's great. So, today is the continuation of our class after a week. So, are you ready to start?
Yes,
Okay, so let me share my screen now to you for a moment. Can you see your book now?
yes,
Okay, that's great. So, today we will just going to continue the one that you had with another teacher last week.
okay,
Okay, so last time you are all done with this one, right?
yes,
And we will be having now the vocabulary in practice. Am I right?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
so we will just going to start here in this one, which is the completion. So we will going to complete the information below by choosing the right answer or suitable word for the paragraph. Okay, are you ready?
yes.
Okay, let's start.
Mm, in Finland, there was once an area known as Vienna Karelia. The people there were great storytellers and had many folk tales and legends. The most famous of these is Kalevala. This is a mm, collection of several poems that forms one long story.
Okay, that is a collection. Very good.
The Kalevala tells of mm, magical being and scary monsters.
Mhm. Very good.
Mm, for centuries, storytellers called rune singers learned and spoke the Kalevala from memory. Susi Huvinen was Finland's last great rune singer. When he died, the ancient culture of singing the Kalevala came to an end. Although Jussi Huvinen was the last rune singer, many of the Finnish and Karelian folk beliefs from the Kalevala still live on today. British author J.R.R. Tolkien includes many of the Kalevala's ideas in stories he wrote about a fantasy and called Middle Earth. First published in 1954, Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings has since become one of the best-selling books of all time.
Thank you. Very good. So all done with this. So are you familiar with the book of the Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you read it?
Oh, I didn't read that, but I watched the movie.
Oh, you watched the movie. Okay. So the Lord of the Ring is inspired of this kind of tale, which is in the Caliovelas, okay, in the story.
Yeah.
So now we are all then having the words and you all got the correct words on this one. So which you have the word collection, magical, scary, all the beliefs and publish. So you will going to use those words to complete or to have the definition of each word.
Hmm. Okay. The words in a written work.
Mhm. I
Hmm.
think you have seven here. So match the words in red. Okay, so meaning you can use whatever red colored or red word you can use here earlier.
Hmm.
So the choices that you have here are all the red words in
Ah,
activity A. Not just the word that you had, but all of the red words.
okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Text is the words in a written work.
Okay, what is your answer?
Text.
Okay, it's a text. Very good.
Hmm. Primarily is for the most part mainly.
Okay.
Added is put in included.
What the added or addition.
Ah, added.
Addition. Do we have, oh yeah, you have added, addition and added. So here, put in or included. So added. Yes, it's added. I thought it's additional.
Hmm. Magical is having special powers.
Okay, very good.
Beliefs is right or acceptable for a particular person or situation.
Okay, very good.
Hmm. Is number 6 is beliefs?
Okay, number six is belief. So meaning your answer in number five is wrong. So let's try
Ah,
to have number five again. Because as you can see here, belief is usually the ideas of a person accept as a being true or false. Like for example, different people in different country has their own beliefs and that should be accepted and respect by other. Okay,
yes.
like the beliefs in it, like the beliefs of Finnish about the fairy tale that is from their country.
Hmm.
So we will
Okay.
going to try again number five.
Hmm. Suitable.
Yes, it's suitable because suitable is also the other word for suitable is accepted or acceptable.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Published is print as a book for sale.
Okay, that one is published. Very good. So we are all done with this activity. So before we move on to the next one, do you have any more questions?
No.
Okay, so let's try to have now the words form. So as you can see here in letter C, we can add AL to some nouns to form an adjective. Like for example, magic is a noun. And if you
Yes.
add AL, it can be an adjective, which is a magical word. So you need to complete the sentences using the nouns in the box, and one noun is extra again.
Okay. Hmm. In addition to room singing, Juicy Venan also played musical instruments such as the fiddle and the accordion.
Okay.
Mm, in the fairy tale Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack traded his cow for beans he believes are mm, magical. The original story of Little Red Riding Hood can be traced back to 10th century France.
Okay, very good. So the Little Red Riding Hood is a story or is also a fairy tale. And they said that it can be traced back to 10th century in France. So meaning it is still existed, even
Ah,
though. Mhm. So any more questions?
mm, no.
No. So if we don't have any more questions, we will be moving on now to the next topic. So let's try to have now this one. So here is the new topic that you will be having. And on this one, we will go to talk about the Seven Ravens, which is a fairy tale that is collected by the Brothers Grimm. And on this one, we will be having some interesting topic about many children and also the brothers who live in the forest and what happened to them back then. So now let's try to read let's try to read A and B first.
Mm, okay. Once upon a time, there lived a man and a woman who had 7 sons. The couple wanted a daughter, and eventually they had a girl who they loved very much. One day, the father needed water for the child, so he sent the 7 brothers to a well in a forest to get it. Once there through, the boys began to fight, and the water jug fell into the well. The boys did not know what to do. They were afraid to go home. Hours passed. "Where are those boys?" shouted the angry father. "They are probably playing a game and forgot about the water. I wish they were all turned into ravens." When he woke up, he saw 7 blackbirds flying away. The father was shocked. "What have I done?" he thought. But it was too late. He could not take back his words.
Okay. So meaning the family lives in a magical forest. So there is a man and a woman and they have children. So how many children do they have?
8?
Yeah, it's eight. So they have 7 sons and eventually they have a daughter. So meaning they have 8 children. So here on this story, the father tried to to try to tell the voice to go to the forest to have some water. Okay, but eventually something bad happened because the water jug fell into the well. So after an hour, the father are trying to search for the voice because they are that it's too late to go home or something. That's why the father wished something, and he wished that his son were what is her wish again?
He wants the son became a raven.
Okay, so he wants her son to become a raven. And what happened after saying that?
They really turned into a raven.
Yes, they really turned into a raven because maybe something is magical about the well. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's try to know what happened next. How about C and D?
In what is this time?
Yeah,
In
it's
time.
time.
Uh, in time, the girl grew up and discovered she had brothers. The story of their misfortune affected her greatly, and she was determined to find them. For years, she searched and did not stop. Finally, she found their home. To enter, she needed a special key made from a chicken bone, which she did not have. The girl thought for a moment and then took a knife and cut off one of her fingers. With it, she opened the front door and went inside. On a table there were 7 plates and 7 cups. She ate and drank a little from each of them. In a last cup she accidentally dropped a ring that her parents had given her. Eventually the ravens returned for their meal. The girl hid behind a door and watched. When the 7th raven drank from his cup, something hit his mouth. The raven recognized it immediately. It was his parents' ring. "I wish our sister were here," he said, "and then we could be free." Their sister quickly ran to them, and suddenly the ravens were human again. The brothers kissed their sister, and they all went home together happily.
Okay, so this one is a really great story. So over time, the girl grew up and she discovered something about his brother. She discovered that he had of 7 brothers, and the story of their misfortune affected her greatly because maybe she missed his brother because she was all alone after that incident. Okay, after that, to enter search for their home, and to enter, she needs some special key that is made from a chicken bone, but she doesn't have it. That's why she cut her finger using a knife and used it to open the front door and went inside. So inside the house, she found a seven plates with 7 cups, and then she ate and drank a little from each of them, and accidentally she dropped a ring from her parents.
Yeah,
And eventually their brothers returned, and at the end of this one, they went home together happily because the 7 raven turned into a human again. Any
yeah.
questions?
No,
Okay. So again, here you have some vocabulary which are misfortune, which means a bad luck. And now, if we don't have any questions, you will be having now the comprehension. So here are the 5 questions for you about the story. Let's start with one.
What is this story mainly about? A sister who saves her brothers.
Okay.
In paragraph B, what does turn into mean? Uh, mm, in paragraph B, turn into change to.
Okay, very good. Change to.
What does he could not take back his word mean? Words mean. He had already said the word, so it was too late.
Okay, very good. So in this one, in paragraph B, he could not take back his words, meaning he had already said the word, so it was too late to take it back. So meaning the story behind this one or the story behind this sentence is that you need to be careful on what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how about number four?
What does the girl cut off her finger? Why does the girl cut off her finger? Hmm. So she can use it to enter the raven's house.
Okay, good.
What lesson or moral is taught in this story? Think carefully about what you say.
Okay, very good. Because the father in the story didn't think before he says something. That's
Yeah.
why misfortune happened. But thanks to their sister, they turned into a human again. So
Yes.
now let's try to have the sequencing or letter B. So you need to number the events in the correct order, which is 1 to 8, to summarize the paragraph C and D. So this is all about paragraph C and D. So as you can
Mm,
see, number 1 is letter C. The girl learned that she had brothers.
yeah. Yes. Okay. Mm, number two is the girl found the boy's home.
Mhm.
Mm, number three is the girl cut off one of her fingers. Mm, num- number four is the girl went inside the house. Mm, number five is the girl dropped a ring into a cup. Number six.
Okay. So your number 4 is that the girl went inside the house. What is the next one?
The girl dropped a ring into a cup.
Okay.
Number six is um, the ravens came home to eat. Number seven is one raven made a wish. And the last one is the girl ran to her brothers.
Okay. So after the girl ran to her brother, what happened next?
They turn into a human again.
Okay, very good. So now let's try to move on with the next activity, which is this one, reading skill. So here we need to understand the pronoun reference. So once again, pronouns are words such as he, she, they and them that is usually referred to a noun earlier. Okay, so we use those pronouns because we don't want to repeat the name again and again. Okay, that's why you
Yes.
use them. So as you can see here, we already have an example. The father needed water, so he sent the brothers to the well to get it, and it is the water. And once there, which is the well, they
Yes.
began to fight, which is the brother.
Brother.
So any questions about this one?
No.
Okay, no. So now, which one? So read the summary of the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel, then draw an arrow to the word or phrases. Phrase each underline found on your first two. So meaning you need to do this kind of thing on this summary.
Mm,
Ready?
okay.
Okay.
Mm. Once upon a time, there were two children named Hansel and Gretel. Their mother had died when they were young. Their father married again, so a terrible woman who became their stepmother. One day, she took, uh, she is a terrible woman,
Terrible woman who became their stepmother. So she is what again?
stepmother.
Yes.
Ah, okay. She took the children deep into the forest and left them as children
Okay, very good.
there. After walking for a long time, Hansel and Gretel saw a house made of chocolate, candy, and cake. They they broke up a piece of it. It is chocolate, candy, and cake.
Okay, very good.
Mm. And started to eat. An old woman opened the door and let them in. She she is an old woman. She gave them food and let them stay in the house. But this old man was a witch. She is a witch.
Okay, which or the old woman?
Uh, yes.
Okay.
She wanted to make the children better so that she could cook and eat them as children.
Mm-hmm.
One day Hansel and Gretel escaped. They pushed the witch into the oven and shut it. It is the oven.
Very good.
When they reached home, they learned that their stepmother had died. Hansel and Gretel stayed with their father, and all three of them lived happily ever after.
Okay, very good. So all done with this one. So as you can see here, those are some pronouns that you can use to not repeat some nouns again and again. So they, what is they? Singular or plural?
Plural.
Okay, very good. And she, which is used to a woman or a stepmother. And also you have them, singular or plural?
Plural.
Okay, very good. And how when we use eat?
It's not a person.
It's not a person, so what is it?
It's the subject.
Subject. Yes, it might be a subject, but to be specific, it is usually used on things like chocolate, candy, cake, and even a
Yes.
non-living things.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So now let's try to move on now with the reference, which is letter B. So here you need to find the sentences in reading B. You need to write the word or phrase each underlined word refers to.
Mm,
Okay.
finding sentences in reading beat. Reading. Ah,
Here in the activity, they included, it's not only in reading B, in paragraph C and D also,
ah,
the open and close parentheses.
with it.
Mhm.
The girl saw from the meat and then took a knife and cut off her finger.
Yes, very good. Her finger.
Mm, she them is 7 plates and 7 cups.
Okay, very good. And net number
Mm,
3.
they all is the 7 brothers and her sister.
Okay, very good. All of the children. Now,
Yes.
all done. So let's try to move on with the vocabulary. So here in the vocabulary practice, you will be having the words in context where all you need to do is to choose the best answer here using the highlighted word.
Ah, okay. Mm, you feel angry when you think something has behaved badly. If something happens immediately or suddenly, it happens quickly. A moment refers to a very short period of time. You recognize a person or thing you know. If you are shocked by something, it surprises you, usually in a bad way. If you are afraid to do something, you are scared of what might happen.
Okay, very good. All done. Now you have here in total of 7 words or 6. So let me try to have this one. Can you please try to make a sentence using the word angry?
Hmm, I'm angry because of you.
Okay, very good. So when it comes to the story that we read, that is all about the 7 ravens, who got angry in the story?
Their father,
Why?
because they told us to get some water, but the time goes by, but they didn't come, so he is angry.
Okay, very good. Now, let's try to move on with letter B. So again here, this is the completion where you need to complete the paragraph with the words from the box, which are a fact, determined, and forget.
Mm, okay. Uh, Sol, Gui, and Josh Thumb
Mhm.
are modern day storytellers. Through their TV show For Real, they share real life fairy tales about young people who are mm, determined to make a difference and improve lives.
Okay.
Mm, each For Real show takes a celebrity to a different country. There, they meet young leaders who are helping other people in their community. Mm, example, by building community centers or by providing medical care. Guy and the Thorn hope that the stories will affect viewers in a way they won't forget and raise public awareness
Mhm.
of social issues around the world.
Okay, very good. So there is Saul Guy and Josh Tome, who is a modern day storytellers. So they are the storytellers who base on a modern days nowadays. So using their TV show, which is for real, they share real life fairy tales about young people who are determined. What do you mean by the word determined?
Mm, determine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, it's that. Oh, it's I. It's similar to the result.
Okay, result. So, to be exact, determined is you are having a strong decision of
Conclusion,
okay.
maybe similar.
No,
No.
conclusion is I think not because determined is that you are determined to do something that can make a difference, or you are determined to do something that can improve something. For example, for example, um, like Guy, Guy and Jocelyn, they are determined or they are giving a strong decision about something or giving a strong impact by having the reality show or this kind of show or fairy tale to other people. They are determined, or what do you call it? They not the other word for determined is that what do you call it? They are firm or they are committed. No, that not committed. But determined is that they have a strong feeling about something that they can make a difference to improve real life or to change something.
Mm,
Okay? So here,
okay.
that's why Guy and Thom hope that the story will affect in a good way, okay? Affect
Okay.
viewers in a way that they won't forget and raise public awareness because they have this kind of feeling or they have a mindset that they should raise public awareness about the social issues around the world. So what do you think? What are the social issues nowadays?
Social issues. Mm, like mm, carbon problem.
Okay, carbon problem. That's also one. And to be exact here or to have this one, like for example, the social issue about this paragraph is about building community center or providing medical care because not all of the people have the capacity to to check
Ah,
in the different kind of hospital. So meaning they are providing a medical care for free and also to raise awareness to the public. Okay?
okay.
So we will just going to continue this one on our next class. But before we end our class, do you have any more questions?
No.
Okay, so thank you for today, everyone, and have a good day ahead. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.